All right, good morning, everybody. John Panic with the Mojave Valley Daily News, and this is your Daily Dose for Thursday, February 11th. The Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. Tri-State Radiology Center offers an open MRI, digital x-rays, professional and friendly staff with years of medical experience, and commitment to quality for all patients. Tri-State Radiology Center offers some of the lowest self-pay options in the area, and they accept most insurances. At Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right. What did we decide on? Not Thirsty Thursday. What did we decide
Throwback.
on? Throwback Thursday. We'll get some throwback pictures of Jeff when he was a kid. Put them up for next week.
No.
What do you think?
No.
Not happening. All right, top story. False rumor of school shooting circulates. I think a lot of people know that yesterday there was a alert that went out from the Mojave County Sheriff's Department early yesterday morning about a rumor of a shooting down at River Valley High School. There never was a shooting, but some younger of our community, some of our students or children put out that there was somebody that was going to do some harm. The Sheriff's Department, out of abundance of caution, put out a statement trying to catch parents before they sent their kids off to school, just letting them know that this is a false rumor, but they were going to send additional deputies down to keep an eye on the campus down at River Valley just to make sure nothing happened. The press release that we got from the Colorado River Schools the spokesperson said, "This is another reminder for parents and guardians to talk to their children about social media responsibility, as well as knowing what their minor children are posting on different platforms." So this is the second time in the past 6 weeks or so that we've had a rumor of something bad happening at one of our area high schools. Back in mid-January, we had the same thing happen up at Mojave High School about a threat on social media that an individual was going to come and shoot up the place. It turned out that it was somebody out of state posting that. But each time this happens, parents and family members and everybody get panicked. The students get panicked. The one at Mojave turned into a soft lockdown over there. So they just ask that you keep an eye on what your kids are posting on social media. Speaking of Mojave High School, you see the picture here. New TBird watches over Mojave High School entrance. This is a metal TBird that was put over the recently remodeled front entrance at Mojave High School. It was done by River Valley High School graduate Allie Harms and her father, Ward Villamore, who owned Making Sparks Fly. It's a business out in Topak. So more photos of their work and some of the other stuff that they've got going on over there. You can go over to their Facebook page at Making Sparks Fly. All right, district's return to school plan could move into less restrictive phase. This is the the Bullhead City School District, formerly known as the Bullhead City Elementary School District. They've changed their name now to the Bullhead City School District. They have a board meeting tonight at 6 p.m. at the district office over there on Hancock. They're going to be taking a look at reducing some of the restrictions at the elementary schools. They're going to go into something called Phase 3, or they're going to discuss going into Phase 3, called a near normal. And that's going to be basically allowing a lot of the things, the restrictions that they've put in place already, allowing those to expire as of February 22nd. Still adhering to state guidelines as far as when the students are in the classroom. Hygiene protocols, meal periods, gatherings, those kinds of things. They're still going to be checking temperatures, but they're going to kind of relax some of the other symptoms that they're discussing. Other things that are going to be going on, Superintendent Carolyn Stewart is going to discuss something called the tentative plans for school years 2021-22 and into 22-23. It's about planning and getting ready for the next couple of years and how they're going to deal with the pandemic and some other protocols that they want to put in place. The pandemic, speaking of which, 59 new cases reported in the county, including 8 deaths. So there's it's still dropping. If you go to the county website, you can take a look at the graph and see how the numbers are coming down. So it's encouraging. We don't have any new information on vaccines as of today, but if you would like, the best bet is to go to mojavecounty.us, and they've got their COVID tab in there, so you can kind of see where vaccines are being provided. So one of the keys is, or one of the things that we've been discussing is the 1B phase. It's still at 75 and up, but last week we heard that they extended it a week, so we're thinking that any time now they're going to relax it down to 65 and up and get into the rest of 1B, including our teachers and that. So we had a guy, Ryan Sheehan, was a Kingman. He's a Kingman Man. He was once charged with attempted murder on a knife attack back in March of 2020. He's 31. He pled guilty to 2 felony counts of aggravated assault in 2 different cases. One was the knife attack. Another was an assault on a corrections officer while he was incarcerated for the knife attack. He pled guilty and was subsequently sentenced to 4.5 years in prison yesterday. So he will be spending a little bit of time up there. He got credit for the 9 months that he's already put in, but he was. This was a knife fight that happened back in 2020, in March of 2020, March 27th. It was outside a mobile home here in Bullhead, and he, according to the evidence here, he approached a 24-year-old man for a fight, saw that the man had a gun, so he instead put him in a chokehold and then stabbed him 5 times in the stomach. The victim survived, and so he was charged with attempted murder originally, but he ended up pleading guilty to aggravated assault. All right. The Arizona legislature advanced 2 gun bills. They're in session right now. The first one would prohibit police and sheriffs from enforcing federal gun laws that violate the Second Amendment. It's kind of a safe space thing that the county did, just basically saying they weren't not going to enforce anything that the federal government passes that infringes on the Second Amendment, which is their responsibility. And the second one would allow people with concealed weapon permits to carry guns in public buildings and events on public property unless there are metal detectors. So a couple of bills moved forward by the legislature. The Republicans are along party lines. The Republicans are for these, and the Democrats have voted against them, saying that those restrictions are put in by the federal government for a reason. So it's more of our legislature, our Arizona legislature, looking out to protect the Second Amendment rights here in Arizona. All right, moving on. The second impeachment trial moved forward a little bit yesterday. The state House lawmakers released some security video of the riot at the Capitol, using that as evidence on how the president was complicit in inciting these rioters. They went through a lot of video that we haven't seen yet. There was one that I thought was interesting with them ushering the vice president out with all of his family down the stairway and into a secret location to protect him. They also had one of one of the senators, Mitt Romney, who was going down the hallway, and then the police came running by and grabbed him and turned him around and brought him the other way because he was heading right into the riot. So they kind of did a whole timeline yesterday on what the president was saying and what was happening at the same time. They brought that through the whole thing. It seems like an exercise in futility. We'll see what happens, but the only way this has any impact is if they get 17 Republican senators to vote with the Democrats on this, and that really does not look like it's going to happen. All right, in sports, we have our athlete of the week. You see the picture here. That's Arturo Ledesma. Arturo is a soccer player down at River Valley. He was our athlete of the week last week. I think Jeff has some video of him here. He's a junior, and last week he scored 3 goals in one game, including the overtime game winner against Parker. And then on Saturday against Page, he had he had 2 assists, and he has a 3.1 GPA. So congratulations, Arturo. We met with him, and that video there is up on our YouTube page, and it was really he's really a good kid. So, all right, the Patriots, the Malk Boys basketball team just keeps rolling, 10-0 now. They beat River Valley yesterday, 79-60. They were without not their top scorer, but he's been the top scorer over the last couple of weeks here, Lucas Leslie. They were without him for a little bit, but they got 2 other stars. Well, they got several stars, but the 2 main names are Josh Neal and Aiden Honiger. Aiden was our athlete of the month last month. He led the team with 24 points, and Josh Neal, who was an athlete of the week a month ago or so, had 18 points and 19 rebounds. We heard a couple days ago that Neal is leading the state in rebounds, so hopefully he can keep that up. So a nice healthy double-double for them. So they moved to 10-0. Next, they go up to Kingman on Friday, and the Dust Devils head up to Kingman on Friday, and the Patriots host Mayer. All right, in weather, we had a great day yesterday, huh, Jeff? Nice and sunny. And
very nice, yeah. Today should be the same.
Today is going to be the same. High 70s, knocking on the door of 80. I think that we're typically off by a couple degrees here. I think it's usually warmer than what you get from their forecast here. So it should be in the low 80s. Sunny, beautiful, but over the next couple of days, so yesterday they had in here that we had a 50-50 chance of rain tomorrow and Saturday. Now it's down to like 20%. So I told you yesterday if it was an 80% chance, then I have confidence that we might get some rain. Now it's down to 20%, or it's not going to rain.
No rain.
I'm telling you it's not going to rain. Kingman might get some snow, though, or something. That's usually what happens here. But so supposed to be a great next few days. I know some people have Monday off for President's Day. That's why we have the Mattress Land President's Day sale here. So going out, and I got to try and keep my wife from, she wants to go get some new furniture, so I'm going to have to try and keep her from getting over to Mattress Land.
Don't show her that coupon.
No. She goes over there. You know, she goes over there and beats up Joey Merrigan to try and get good prices on it. And so they got some neat prices already, so I think they're in pretty good shape. Okay, any questions we need to answer, Jeff?
Now we had a few people telling us where they were from. We got some people from Barstow watching, San Diego, of course, here in Bullhead, you know. Hey, everybody.
Tell those San Diego people, come on out here. They can sell your house in San Diego. You can buy a whole block out here in Bullhead
You can buy a
City.
river house.
Yeah, you can buy a river house. You can buy a really nice river house for that. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Remember, the Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. If you are available at 10 o'clock today, we're going to be going live with our Valley Voices. It's a weekly interview that we do with different people in the community. But today, we're doing something special, huh, Jeff?
Yeah. Yes, you have to come check it out, though.
We're going live. We're going live with Dave Heath from the Bullhead Recreation Department. So that should be fun. Dave's a good guy.
10 a.m. Tune in.
10 a.m. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and hopefully we see you at 10 o'clock, and if not, we will see you tomorrow morning for Finally a Friday.
TGIF. Bye, everybody.